So if you've been watching these videos, you will know that I have said that I'm going to do a kind of talking head video every 8 weeks. I'm now in week 24, or I've just finished week 24, and I don't really have much to add to my earlier comments. The book is continuing to help me out. It's making my fingers more accurate. It's helping my fretboard positioning. I'm trying my best to work through the exercises in tab and then go and read them through from the notes as well, which is, again, doing my reading some good. And I'm finding some of the exercises very, very easy, and some of the exercises just way too hard. The sweep picking is a classic example. When you're doing it at speed, then it's really, really hard. And if you go back and you listen to me playing it in week, I think, 21, it sounds very, very choppy and ugly. But I've continued to practice it, and I managed to get it a bit smoother. And, you know, it's something I'm going to keep working on. There are other exercises that are very hard simply because they're done at a very high tempo. So one of the string bending exercises is what? But the problem is that you have to play it at 168 in semiquavers. Something. It's really, really difficult. I worked on that one quite a bit, but I couldn't really get it under my fingers. I couldn't get that well coordinated. Still, I think it was good to work on it. That being said, I find generally that from week 17 to week 24 is much easier than from weeks 9 to 16. The exercises just seem to be simpler. They are more logically laid out, they're faster to memorize, and the patterns are not that difficult. So I don't think that's actually me getting better. I think that, although that may be part of it, I think that what it is perhaps the exercises are written because, you know, Troy Nelson, who wrote this book, wanted to give people a bit of a break, or maybe he wanted to have a bit of confidence building. Maybe he was worried about, you know, sort of fatigue setting in going through this book. I'm not sure. Or it may simply be, as I've mentioned before in these talking head videos, that things that I find easier, other people find hard. I think everyone finds sweep picking difficult, but then some of the other techniques will be due to familiarity and one's chosen playing style. The exercises are still fun to play. The ones I don't enjoy every week, I have to admit, are the rhythm exercises, and that's because they just get dull. That being said, it's probably an indicator that I need to be working more on my rhythm, because I'm not locking myself into a groove there, and I don't think I'm really playing good rhythm guitar. So for all that I don't enjoy them when they come around, they're probably exactly the type of exercises I do need to be spending more time on. My thumb's come down. It does creep up, but it has come down a bit. I've gotten a little more accurate with that over time. My picking is a little better. I'm getting a little more sound out of each note. You know, obviously I'm never going to be Steve Vai or anything. You know, I'm a middle-aged bloke playing guitar in the spare room. I do play out and around Tokyo from time to time, you know, a little bit of blues and a little bit of jazz, but I'm not really ever going to be a stage guitarist. I'm not ever going to be a virtuoso soloist or anything, but still it's good for me to work on these things, and I'm enjoying the effect it is having on my guitar playing. And when I'm picking up a guitar and even playing things that are familiar to me, it all comes with a little bit more ease now. So I'm hoping that by the time I get through this all, because I'm nearly halfway, by the time I get through it all and I get to the end of the year, then I'll have one of those kind of little leaps from a plateau where I've been for a long time, and a little bit of a move up. That at least is what I'm, dreaming of. Aside from that, there's not really much else to say. I may change guitars after week 26. I might shift to a different guitar. I've got a guitar which has a neck, I've got access to a guitar anyway, which has a neck with a flattened angle on the back, and that could be useful in getting my thumb down a bit. So I'm thinking about whether or not to shift across to that guitar for these exercises and for this video, and see whether it has a positive effect on my playing. Aside from that, I've been doing some looping things and other stuff, and yeah, it's all been good. So I continue to recommend the book, I continue to derive benefit from it, and I should imagine that pretty well any guitar player would do the same, and even advanced players would probably find something in it that would challenge them. Alright, cheers.